Hey everyone, so today I have a video all about hobby ideas. So what inspired this video is literally, I had my first week of my spring semester last week, and literally the teacher had us all go into breakout rooms, and usually you know how they're like, oh, share one interesting fact about you. My teacher for some odd reason said share one boring fact, and literally every single person in my breakout room, I'm not joking, said one boring fact about me is I have no hobbies. And this honestly caught me by surprise because it's like, wait, how do you like not have hobbies? You know what I mean? And when I really stopped and thought about it, it's like, I guess there's been times in my life where I wasn't really as involved in hobbies, and I just have friends who didn't really have hobbies. So I guess it's like somewhat normal, but I don't know. I feel like hobbies are what like shape you and what make you interesting. So I thought I would come on here to help you guys all out if you guys don't have any hobbies or you want to get into some new hobbies. And so I've categorized them, and I'll just do this by category. And one other thing I want to say is a lot of these might sound boring on the outside, but the reason I've suggested a lot of these hobbies are because they're genuinely good for you. Because if you do a hobby, I think of it as like something that you're going to be doing regularly, so might as well do something that benefits you. Like a lot of these either make you smarter, they make you more cultured, and they just make you like more interesting. So that's the reason that I've put a lot of these on here. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Also, I just want to mention, sorry, this is like my fourth disclaimer, but I've like filmed this video before, and I feel like before I was kind of explaining these too much, even though most of these are pretty self-explanatory. So I'm gonna go a little bit faster in this video because I think you guys will just get the point when I just say it, instead of me like having a whole damn story about these each fucking hobby. So yeah, anyways, now let's get started. So the first category I have is exercise and sports related. And yeah, like I honestly don't even like hard exercise. I really hate it, but exercising is actually such a good hobby, and it's a good way to meet people. So what I've suggested is, the first one is exercise classes. So some really good ones are like Pilates, Barry's Boot Camp, yoga, boxing. Like I know boxing, like all the Victoria's Secret angels used to like hype up boxing so much. So I don't know if that's still a thing, but it actually sounds fun, especially if you like have anger issues or something. Like definitely try boxing. Or even like cycling is like a good one. And exercise classes obviously are good. Like it's something that you can go regularly, and like you can meet people there, and I don't know, I feel like it's just a vibe. The second one is going to the gym. And I know like going to the gym is honestly daunting, like if you don't like using like, or if you honestly don't even know how to use the weight machines, because I personally don't. If I were to use them, I would look so foolish. But even going to the gym like regularly and just going on the elliptical for like 30 minutes, which is what I would do, like especially pre-pandemic. I used to go to the gym almost every day. And just doing that, like you feel so good about yourself, and you can even like bring a friend or literally do anything. So going to the gym's a good one. And the next one is actually sports related. So the sport that I recommend is tennis, just because first of all, tennis is so chic. So don't sleep on tennis, guys. And it's really good because you only need like one other person to come and play with you. And another sport that I want to get into is golf. And the reason for this is, first of all, it's like I wouldn't actually play golf like on a course where you're like going to 18 holes or whatever, however many are on a golf course, but I would probably just sign up for like golf lessons, because important people always play golf. So I don't know, like I feel like it's a good thing to know, and maybe in the future it would benefit me. Like what if I'm doing some business shit and I need to go on a golf course? You know, you never know. So I want to be ready. So that's why I suggested that. And then if you actually want to do like team sports, there's actually so many leagues, because I feel like people think like, oh, after you graduate like high school or college, sports are over. No, there's so many leagues to join. So if you like soccer or volleyball, join a league, like if there's one in your community, and if there's not one, you can be the one to start it. Because one thing that is a big kind of theme with my hobby ideas are that if you're the person to start things, it actually will make you like more popular. And I'm not even talking about like, oh my god, the popular girls from high school, like not even that kind of vibe, but I just mean popular in the sense that like people will like you because they're like, oh yeah, that's the girl who's like always planning stuff, and she's so fun, and she brings people together. Like people love like a sense of community. So if you're the one to start that, people will love you. So yeah. And then the last one is go walking. I know like so many people talk about like the hot girl walk and whatnot, but like literally walking is so good for you, and it's like so easy. Like if you hate like doing actual workouts like me, I hate running, just start walking. And like I said, like you can even create a walking group or like go walk with your friends and be like, this day we're gonna go walk to the coffee shop or go to this like cute breakfast spot or something like that, and it just makes it so much more fun. So the next category I have is reading related. So I think just in general, reading is a great hobby because you can learn from it, and you can really just learn about any topic ever from reading. So I would just say first thing is just challenge yourself to read more. I used to think I hated reading just because like everything they had us read at school was so damn boring. But once I can pick my own things, I realized this is amazing. Another suggestion is start a book club, and you don't even need to make the book club so damn strict. Like you guys can all agree like, okay, this month we'll read this book or whatever, and you guys can meet up, and you guys don't even need to talk about the book so much. Like you can literally meet up to have drinks and food and whatever, and you can talk about the book here and there, but it doesn't need to be a serious thing. But I think it's just fun. Like that's another thing you can start and people will be like, wow, she's so cool. Like she has her own book club. You know what I mean? And you don't even need to make it pretentious like that. You know what I mean? It can just be a chill, fun thing that you can get together with your friends and invite other people. And yeah. And then the last one is go to the library. I know a lot of people sleep on the library, but the library is amazing. Sorry, actually I'm feeling like I'm speaking so fast right now. But yeah, go to the library. Like I used to think the library was so boring, but they have so much good stuff there. And just in general, like if you want a place that you can actually like work on stuff, like go to the library and get like one of those private rooms and even just like work on something. Like for me, like I have my blog, and just going to the library and like working on that makes me feel so much more productive. And just in general, the library is great because it's literally free. Like you can get any book you want, learn about any topic, and you don't have to pay a damn dime. So that's my suggestion. The next category is food related, my personal favorite. So the first suggestion I have, oh, and by the way, I'm reading off of this thing if you see me looking down, is try new restaurants, coffee shops, bakeries, or even like bars, if that's your thing. The reason I think this is good is just because it's always nice to try new things. And like, if you're the person who always like knows where to go, knows the best stuff, like I think that's just a great trait in somebody. And also like when you go to like different places, like you're learning about different cultures too. So I think that's really cool. The next one is go to the farmer's market. I know like maybe people wouldn't see this as a hobby, but you can literally make anything a damn hobby. So go to the farmer's market, and sorry, can I speak right now? But you can literally go to the farmer's market and talk to all the vendors, because they're literally small businesses that literally love the support of the community. So if you're like there and asking about their business, they'll be so happy to like talk to you about it and genuinely get to know you. Like, does that happen at the regular grocery store? No, even though I do love the grocery store. But yeah, go to the farmer's market, and it's good to just go outside and walk around. You can even buy yourself some flowers or some treats. So yeah, the next one is to cook or bake and try new recipes. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but like you're gonna cook anyways for yourself for dinner or lunch. So you might as well just try new things because it makes your life so much more interesting. And it's like something that you can be excited about when you like are going to like cook your dinner, you know, because I feel like so many people are like, oh God, I have to cook dinner like after work or whatever you have to do. But if you're like making something that you're excited about, then it makes it so much fun and you'll actually enjoy doing it more. Ooh, the next one is actually one I really love, and it's to host dinner parties. First of all, dinner parties are so chic, and it's just like fun to bring people together, and everyone loves food. So it's just the best situation ever. And this is another good way to meet people, because if you host a dinner party and you tell your friends like, oh, like if you know anyone who's free, like have them come, or if like anything like that. It's a good way to network. And just piggybacking off of that, I also put start a dinner party club. So if you're the one who's like hosting the dinner parties and everyone's like loving the vibe, you can also suggest like, hey guys, like let's make a dinner party club. So like you're not the one who's always hosting it. So then sometimes it can be at like one of your other friends' house or another person's house, and then they'll invite people they know, and you never know, you might meet your future best friend from these dinner parties. Like, and also when you do these, if you're not a good cook or anything, you can also like make it like a potluck, or you guys like, if you're like with your friends and stuff and you're all like, okay, like let's chip in and then we can have like a caterer or something do it. That's also a fun vibe. And like always have like flowers and candles and like wine and like that kind of stuff. It just makes it so much cuter to set the mood. The next one is learn about wines. The reason I have this is just because I feel like it's a very like cultured thing to know about wines, and you can learn about this like online, or you can actually go and do like, if you're above 21, like go to like wine tastings and stuff. A lot of wine tastings are actually not even that expensive. So literally go there and like ask questions. Because it's just a good thing to know, because it gives you that edge. Because like if you're like at a dinner with like really important people, just say it's a business dinner, or like just, I don't know, something where you need to be like very professional, or I don't even know. But if you know like how to like pair wines, or you're just knowledgeable about that, it's, I don't know, I feel like that's just a good thing to know. And it's definitely something I want to keep improving my knowledge on. Like I know some things about wine, but I'd love to know more. So that's another suggestion. And then the last one, this one's self-explanatory, but it's go to cooking classes. And yeah, I don't need to explain that. And another good thing about going to cooking classes, you don't have to clean up a mess. Okay, and then the last category I have is art and culture. So the first one is learn a new language. Literally, like, just do it. It's, if you only know one language, learn a second one. So, and when I say that, I'm literally talking to my damn self. So yeah. The next one is go to an art class. And this can be anything like painting, sculpting, sewing, design, doesn't matter. If you find something that you like, definitely just do it and learn a new skill. It's like, that's the one thing, like if you want to become like more valuable as a person, and no matter what you actually are, just, you are valuable as a person, but like the more skills you know, it does make you like, it makes you better. So pick up a new skill. And even if you don't want to take a class for it, literally go to like Michael's and buy like paint and canvases and brushes and literally start painting at home. Like literally me and my friend would paint at my house and just talk, and it was actually so therapeutic. So I really loved that. And then the last one is go to museums. This one's just a good one. I know museums aren't something you like maybe could go to all the time if you don't have a lot of museums in your area, but like I live in Los Angeles, so I'm really lucky that there are a lot of museums around me. But I think it's a good thing to always learn about art. That's another important thing to know about. And a lot of these museums put a lot of effort in their exhibits. Like I before would go into museums and just look at the art and be like, oh, I think that's pretty, I think that's pretty, but I wouldn't really read the descriptions on the wall. But I know that sounds so boring, like sometimes like, oh, like people don't like to read, but actually read about those, because I personally think it's really interesting, and it gives you like more perspective about the world to learn about fine pieces of art. And that's just another thing that's like, people that are like in high areas always know about art, so you should know about art too. And the last like other class that's random, this isn't really hobby, but like just something I think is interesting, is a perfume making class. I think perfumes are very personal, so like getting to make your own sounds fun. Oh, and then another really good hobby, like if you have a lot of spare time, because the people in my class who said they had no hobbies would talk about like, oh, I just sit at home and watch Netflix. If you have spare time, start volunteering, because there's someone that will be so grateful for your time and your efforts and stuff. And a lot of volunteer work is like honestly not even that hard. So get involved in that, because you literally are going to be making your community a better place. So yeah, so pretty much those are all the hobbies that I suggest. If you have any other suggestions, definitely comment down below, because I'd love to hear them. And yeah, so, and also if you check out any of these hobbies, let me know, or if like any one specifically like stands out to you. I know for me, a lot of these hobbies I want to get more involved in. I know I've been pretty busy with like school and other stuff, but these are all things that will make you better. So you might as well just start now, because over time, like you putting in the effort to do these things, you'll notice such a big difference in your life. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.